Welcome back to another episode of me fighting for my life in attempting to restore this Louis Vuitton Houston bag. My first attempt failed because if you saw from my last video, I was using the leather color instead of the leather dye. My mistake, so I went and I ordered the Angelus leather dye in black because I'm like, I'm gonna redeem myself and this is going to work. I convinced myself that this is going to work and this bag will be dyed. So again, I'm deglazing the bag with some acetone just to remove some of that glossy finish and just to prep the surface and hope that this time the leather dye will stick to the bag. Okay, I am deglazing once again and hoping, okay? I was hoping that the dye would work this time. But you're going to see in a short moment that did not happen, okay? The dye didn't want nothing to do with this bag. The dye was like, peace, I'm out. So I throw some of the dye in this container and I'm going to apply it. I'm starting at the bottom of the bag. I'm starting to apply some of the dye to the bag, right? But as you can see, the dye is separating. It's running away. It's sliding across the surface and it's just not absorbing into the leather. And this is just the first attempt. But when I tell you I apply layers, several layers, the bottle of this dye is almost gone because I apply several layers, hoping that it would eventually grab onto the leather, right? I apply, when I said layers after layers after layers after layers, I even apply some heat to help the process along, but nothing happened. Right? Coat after coat, you could see that the original yellow color just kept bleeding through like the dye wasn't penetrating at all. Not like it wasn't penetrating at all. And at this point, I was questioning like all of my life choices. Like, what am I doing wrong? Right? So thinking maybe I hadn't deglazed enough, I went in again and I deglazed the bag and I'm starting with the other side of the bag. I'm going on a second round. I'm like, this got to work. Some of the areas started taking the dye, but not the entire bag. Other sections were still acting like they were coated in Teflon. Like, what is going on? The dye would literally glide right off instead of absorbing into the leather, right? So after countless layers of acetone, dye, and pure determination, because I was like, I want this to work, the bag just remains undefeated. Okay, it just did. So if you have ever successfully dyed a vernis leather, and I can't even say that because I have dyed vernis leather before and they worked, but if you watch my videos, you have seen that I've dyed the Reed PM and I've dyed my wallets and they've worked. So if you've seen this video, please tell me what I'm doing wrong, because at this point, I'm no longer restoring the bag. The bag is restoring my patience. Okay? Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully that one will be a success. Bye, y'all.